He sits back for a moment, half laughing, half thinking about everything he's been through. I'm old. If I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken worse care of myself. It sounds like a joke, but it isn't really. Because behind that smile is a lifetime of wear and tear, choices made on instinct, not instruction. And in this conversation, he doesn't sound like someone trying to teach a lesson. He sounds like someone finally realizing what the lesson was. From the outside, it all looks simple: training harder, eating cleaner, lifting more, perfecting every detail until nothing is left to chance. That's how modern sports work now. That's how success is sold. But he pushes back against all of it. He talks about a different era when you didn't overthink your swing, when you didn't live in the gym, when you just played. Natural talent, feel, freedom, those things mattered more than perfect routines. And then comes the question hanging in the air, quietly uncomfortable. What if trying to do everything right is exactly what's breaking people? Because in his world, even greatness had a cost. And not always the kind you can see on a scoreboard.
I'm old. If I knew I was going to live to be this old, I'd have taken worse care of myself.
Cheers to that, brother. Do you think there's a bit of like trying too hard and putting in too much work in that regard? Like trying to fix it too much, or especially like in between rounds?
Well, I think it's what you guys did. After a game, you got to have that night off and then go back at it. Your body's tired. You get frustrated, especially when you're tired, but everybody's different. I'm a guy that I've been, gifted, very natural ability, very flexible, that I didn't have to beat a lot of balls, but I worked my ass off on my short game, 150 yards in. I'd beat balls every day for that, but that's where you scored. But no, everybody's a little different. I mean, and these guys are working out, they're getting hurt. They're hurting themselves working out too hard. Yeah. They don't need to be like you guys. You got to do it to be man on man in football, but golf, you just want to keep your flexibility. You want to be able to do what you can do and don't push it too hard. Guys are getting back problems and pumping weight too long and shit. When I grew up, man, it was like, let's go play golf.
I'm about to say, you ever see a weight room growing up?
Shit, no, I'm going to open up John Daly Gymnasium. Bar screw on the treadmill, ashtrays, cup holder, drink holder, porn on TV, and topless waitress.
Oh my God, that's some good shit right there.
I'll put them on by Fitness 24s.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I'll get a membership to that right now. Come on now, sign me up, baby.
Yearly membership.
I do think you're onto something, though, because it's that way in football. Sometimes guys put in so much work and they get so meticulous with everything, their diet, weightlifting, and they forget that it's not a formulaic thing. You can try and make it that way, but at the end of the day, there is an art to it, and there's a freedom that you need to play with as well. And if you try and be a robot out there, it's just like, it doesn't work in football. And I know, like golf, you would think there's less factors and maybe you can be more robotic, but I bet there is a similarity there where you can't allow that to overtake your mental approach to the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're the only sport that the boundaries change every day. We're not playing the same field. We're, even if it's the same golf course, tee boxes, they change tee boxes, they move them up, back. Green, the pins are changed. You got OBs, you got hazards that come into play, but it's just a brutal game, man. And people don't realize it does take a toll on your body. Like, I don't work out, I put out, but it's taking a toll on my game and on my body. And
right.
People think, oh, it's such an easy sport. Yeah, this is a kind of a pussy sport. Bullshit. This is a man on man. It's every part of your body's got to work, and when you're repetitionally hitting that many balls, it's no different than what you guys do. It's brutal on the body.
No doubt. I get more sore playing golf than I ever did sometimes at practice. I go out there, you're walking a course, like a bunch of hills, you're going up and down, you hit a bunch of balls, and trust me, I'm over 100 strokes sometimes, John. I'm using all of them I got, right?
So this guy gets within 50 yards and starts playing ping pong on the green, man.
The funniest line was from Brett Favre. I'm playing with him at the Pro-Am in Memphis in August. It's 125 degrees. We're on the 15th hole. He goes, you know what, Daly? I'd rather have a 350-pound lineman just run my ass over right now. This is good.
Seriously, I'll take one hit as opposed to 4 hours of it. Yeah, man, no doubt.
I was gonna say golf's having a surge of the century. Like everybody's getting into the game nowadays, and it feels like you're seeing more and more content. Everybody wants to have some sort of golf show because of how fun the game is, and also just how the banter in between is it's a game you can comment on and a game that you can act within. It's like everybody has these new shows and everything. Do you like how the game has been growing, or is this starting to get kind of like, I don't know, sidetracked from what the game really is supposed to be?
Oh, I love it. I mean, the only downfall is everybody hits at 320 now to 350. That's not a downfall, but I look at kids growing up playing golf now. All they want to do is go to the driving range and beat a driver at 320 yards. Yeah. But the 100-yard chip shot, they're missing the green. They're duffing it. They're not, doesn't matter how far you hit it, but if you ain't got a short game, what's the use? It's like having a quarterback that can't call an audible and throw a screen.
Ooh, I see you, big dog. You need that guy. You need that guy to be able to get some. If you got to sniff out that defense, man, I'm telling you, you got to change the fucking play. Yeah. No, I hear you. We got a little note in here about your high school kicker days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to.
We got.
Go ahead.
Elias High School, Elias Crusaders, Jeff City, Missouri.
What? Nice, hell yeah! So were you right on the border there, or?
Well, it's about 35 miles south of Columbia.
Nice. I'm familiar, but that's where you went to high school. So you grew up in Arkansas, and then went to high school in Jefferson City.
Yeah, well, I went my sophomore and junior year. I finished my last semester, my senior year in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
Yeah, I was there for a couple of years. But yeah, we went to state. We had our first perfect season at 10-0 since '57. We won our first playoff game in St. Charles. They were just too fast.
Was it just kicker?
I could throw it, but I couldn't run. I could punt it. Thank God I didn't have to run. But I did the pump, pass, and kicks when I was young. And your coach,
oh yeah, Big Red, baby.
They showed him a 13. He looked as big as you, Jason.
He looked like he was playing for the LA Rams at that point. Yeah,
he's such an awesome coach. I love him, but. Yeah, I went to pump, pass, and kick ways, and when I was 8, Superdome opened up at 74, and the first person I met was Archie Manning.
How about it?
And I was talking about a man that if he ever had a good offensive line, he could have done something. But it was great meeting him, and just getting into I love football. Football is my passion. Like I said, flat-footed, and I straight on. I kick it barefooted. But
right on the nose, man.
That was what I was going to ask, because I know you golf barefoot. Were you a barefoot kicker as well? Yeah.
I could kick it a lot further. I just kick it off my big toe.
That's so good, man.
But I got something that a lot of kickers didn't get. Look up the 1992 All-Madden kicker team.
What?
Okay.
Were you on it?
Look it up. I was the John Madden hated kickers. And we were out doing a Monday nights. Frank Gifford held the ball for me on Monday Night Football in San Francisco, and I kicked a 45-yarder, 40-yarder, and Coach Madden was out there, and he goes, "Okay, I gotta like you, son." And he put me on the 1992 All Madden team. That's the kicker.
That's so fucking good, man.
That's the only NFL thing I could say,
bro. That's one of the most awarded things as a player, because John, obviously Madden was like the mecca of or like the best in the entire football world. Like he's our savior in this world. So to get that nod, that's pretty fucking dope. But that's crazy, dude. The 1992 Madden team.
I think I'm lining up a putt or something. The card that it has is a 1992 All Madden team. I think I'm lining up a putt. I can't remember what the card looks like, but it was pretty cool.
I got to get that. Heck yeah. Do you have a welcome to golf moment? Like welcome to the PGA moment?
Welcome to the PGA, I think, would be probably winning the PGA. Most of the time, people heard I could hit it kind of long, and I'd have the group I'm playing with, a sign carrier, and about 5 people watch me hit it. Then they go watch somebody else back in the day. But the PGA of America was probably. I didn't realize what I did until I got to Colorado the next week. It was like 12,000 people sitting there waiting for me.
Hell yeah.
Like you guys were Super Bowl, y'all have hundreds of thousands, but kind of felt like that, like couldn't breathe, you know? It was really weird.
That's correct.
By the end of the conversation, the jokes fade, but the truth stays. He's not just talking about golf anymore. He's talking about bodies worn down, careers shaped by instinct instead of instruction, and a generation that might be training so hard they're forgetting how to actually play. Golf, football, life, it all blends together in his mind. The message isn't about mechanics. It's about balance. Yes, discipline matters. Yes, work matters. But when everything becomes a system, something human gets lost in the process. He remembers the chaos of older days, the freedom, the imperfections, the moments where talent wasn't measured, just expressed. And even now, with all the experience behind him, he doesn't sound like he wants perfection. He wants feel. He wants freedom. He wants the game to breathe. And maybe that's the real takeaway buried in all the humor and stories. That success isn't just about how much you build, it's also about what you don't destroy in the process. Because in the end, whether it's sport or life, the question isn't just how hard you worked. It's whether you still remember how to enjoy it when you're done.